Joe Cook back in the sports seat for you this evening. Hope you've been dealing with the weather as best as you can. But now let's talk some sports. The ASAA First National Bank State Volleyball Tournament starts today in Anchorage at Chugiak High School. 3 interior teams tried to get wins in their first round games. In 3A, the Monroe Rams won a tough 3-0 match over ACS. The final was 27-25, 29-27, 25-17. Now Monroe has a grudge match tonight against the Mount Edgecombe Braves, the defending champs, who gave Monroe their second loss in their last games of the regular season. The Braves had a bye because Barrow had to forfeit. The Whalers couldn't make it to Anchorage because of bad weather conditions. Unfortunate for the Whalers. The Hutchinson Hawks played Grace Christian in their first game today. The Hawks were swept 25-16, 27-25, 25-17. Hutchinson will take on Nome tomorrow at 1 in the losers bracket. In the 4A tournament, West Valley was 3-0'd by South Anchorage. South won 25-18, 25-10, 25-8. The Wolfpack will have a winner-go-home situation tomorrow, if you will, at 1 p.m. They play state tournament host Chugiak with the chance to move on in the losers bracket in the state tournament. And this weekend, the Ice Dogs will host the Minnesota Wilderness. The Ice Dogs will have a chance to pick up points to bolster their second place standing in the Midwest Division and make up ground on the Wilderness, who have a 7-point lead. Some interesting storylines in this one. The Wilderness are currently riding a 10-game winning streak and will come into the Big Dipper with a 14-2-3 record. The Ice Dogs beat the Wilderness 2-1 in their first ever meeting and split that first series. Both teams are balanced and have 5 players with at least 10 points. The Minnesota team is ironically led by former Ice Dog Jacob Romo, who makes his return to Fairbanks. Romo is leading the Wilderness with 15 points this season. They also have the top goalie statistically in the NHL, Kazimir Kosciuszko. Kazimir has the most wins at 12, lost 1 game all season, averages just under 1 goal allowed per game, has 6 shutouts, which lead the league, and has the top saving percentage at 96. But Kevin Aldridge has been standing tall for Fairbanks, allowing 2 goals in the last 2 games, and the D-Corps has been contesting and blocking shots as well. Taylor Munson sparked the offense with 5 points against the Brown Bears, including a 4-point night last Saturday after sweeping Kenai River, who was then number 2 in the division last weekend. The Ice Dogs know they have to put together another great weekend to take out the current first-place Midwest Division team. Assistant coach Paul Kirkland talks about Aldridge's progression after the Kenai wins.
Recently, he hasn't had, bounces that he'd like, but I think he's worked hard and he's stuck with it, and he's been supportive of Patrick when he's playing, and he's doing the right thing. So we're really happy for him, and I think it was a good step in the right direction for him. That's for sure.
They don't give up. We got on them in the first periods of both games, and they came back and played really hard. So we just got to make sure we're ready for that. They got a lot of hard-working guys on that team, and they're in first place right now. We just got to keep the momentum going into the weekend and just play our game, do the same things we've been doing this weekend, and we'll come out on top, hopefully.
And the winter storm put a dent in some local sports this week for high school. The Hutchinson Invitational Hockey Tournament has been canceled, as well as the Hutchinson Meltdown Wrestling Tournament and all other district activities scheduled for this weekend. And the Wednesday night race series up at Birch Hill was also affected by the weather despite the snowfall. The WN race series delayed its season opener for a 3rd time. The season was supposed to start on Halloween night, but there wasn't enough snow. Last season, there was over $600 in prizes for the racers. The races are 5 kilometers and are a mass start. The WNR has the longest cross-country ski race series in the country, starting in October and ending in April. So hopefully that'll get started next Wednesday. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. For more KTVF Sports, just go to Twitter, YouTube, Webster11.com. Stay warm, Alaska, and stay safe out there. Mike Schultz is next with another important weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.